Hey guys, and welcome to my last reaction in this story and my last reaction in this season. This story so far has been quite entertaining, slightly bizarre, but also has sassy spiders. And Mike, so that, so far so good. I'm kind of loving it. I do think that the last two parts will kind of define how I feel about it as a whole, but I'm really excited to get into it, and yeah, let's go.
Once more, O Queen, your arrogance has endangered the master plan of the Great One. It is not the first mistake the Queen has made. Mistake? Maybe the most noble Queen is
Damn!
Now I know what a fly feels like. With a Stewart time, Lord will roast him in a slow oven.
That'll give them something to chew over.
Yeah, something they can really get their teeth into, what?
Well, why didn't they just take it before you did?
Well, they didn't arrive until much later. We're in the future, Mademoiselle.
Oh, of course.
Girl.
Where are you taking her?
Never you mind. You'll find out soon enough.
Oh no.
On your feet, girl.
Sir, try and stall them as long as you can.
You bet, Doctor. I'll do my best to get them all to the gesture. I must
Oh
go with you.
goodness.
No, Raker. This is man's work.
Why do we wait? We're ready.
Very well then.
Wait.
We're not only fighting for Saba and the two strangers. We're fighting for ourselves, for the freedom of our people.
Oh.
You're wasting your time. It's impossible to get out of these things.
Much as I admire your stoic acceptance of the inevitable, I would appreciate it if you'd shut up for a moment. What I'm trying to do requires the utmost concentration.
What are you trying to do?
Compress
Wiggle.
the muscles.
Oh.
It's a
And wiggle.
little trick I learned from an old friend of mine, Harry, what was his name? Hopkins. Hetherington. No, that's not right either. I know it began with an H.
Houdini.
Houdini. Yes, that's it. Harry Houdini.
You're just gonna leave him there?
As soon as I've rescued Sarah, I'll find a knife and come back for you.
The invasion of your planet is a foolhardy venture. It could destroy us. I have said I will visit the Great One, but... The Great One? Never mind. I desire only peace with you and all two legs. Then why have you treated them as slaves?
Okay.
Stop fighting me, child.
Oh my God.
I intend to help you and your doctor friend to escape.
You want me and the doctor to get it back for you?
If you do not, I see only disaster ahead for all of us.
And what about Sabo, the old
Wow,
man?
striking
I
a
shall
deal.
release him.
Okay, it's a deal.
I feel like you can't trust
Now what do I have
her
to do?
word. I'm just, it's a guess. Mike, you're not doing well on your peaceful journey if you're like kidnapping people.
Do? How do I know it's not some sort of trick?
Oh, for Pete's sake, of course it isn't.
Come on, untie me.
Great argument, Mike. How do I know it's not a trick? It's not. Okay.
We shall return to Earth.
The Queen is not to be trusted. Neither are you, nor the two-legged.
Oh!
No two-legged can be trusted.
I am the one you will obey. I have the power. Intelligence as a concept.
Oh,
A simplistic notion.
he's reading
The
everything.
intelligence could...
Making up for lost time.
I have to ask someone what's happened to me. Yates.
Yes, let's go with Mike.
He's my friend, I think. I'll ask for something.
Oh.
If he hasn't gone away altogether, of course. But we'll meet in the cellar. Yes, I suppose so. The sooner we get on with it, the better.
Oh no.
I haven't had a moment's peace since Lupton disappeared. 10 minutes. If I can find them, of course.
Lupton has gone down to the cellar. Lupton has gone down to the cellar.
Never Lupton.
I heard the voice of my assistant,
Have no fear, she is quite safe.
but she called out to me for help.
Again, not really trusting.
Like this? Come quickly! No, it is an illusion.
Who are you?
They call me the Great One.
I was gonna say the great one.
Why can't I see you?
What a name.
You will. You took the one last perfect crystal of power. I searched all time and all space for it. I must have it. I see that I shall have to teach you to have respect.
Oh,
Down you go, Doctor.
No.
Is that fear I can feel in your mind? You are not
Damn.
accustomed to feeling frightened, are you, Doctor? I must have it, don't you understand? I must have it, I must! Go
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Somebody notice it.
Don't you think we should tell Campo?
Indeed, we should tell the abbot when we know what to tell him.
Uh-huh.
You don't seem very surprised to find me changed.
When everything is new, can anything be a surprise?
I see.
Okay.
You are the most misguided of men. Did I not warn you? Did I not tell you all the risks you ran?
Oh boy. Somebody go check on Mike. Somebody go check on Mike. Right now. I fucking swear.
Campo.
Hold my hands.
There's no time for fooling.
Listen!
Yeah, and can we, like, save that guy?
It's my son!
Oh my god, this poor guy! We left him! We left him! He's in there! Oh,
Wait.
oh, good. Cut him out.
Behind you!
Goodness me.
There's the weasel.
What?
How did you manage that?
The Queen taught me. Nothing to it, really.
Stay there.
The key. I've lost the key.
I've got it.
Sarah.
Is Mike dead? We need to check Mike. Can we check Mike? Check Mike. Oh my god, Mike!
Look. Are they dead?
No,
An unfortunate oversight, Doctor.
it won't occur again.
Oh, can you all stop?
Quickly, Doctor, this way!
Oh. My god, I'm so worried about everybody!
As long as they're unconscious, they're quite safe.
What happened to the others?
But they've been taken over.
What is
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Tommy, you're normal.
Jal Takai. Yonjumachunwa. Or Yonjumatson.
You speak Tibetan?
A little, sir, yes.
What did you just say?
I apologize to the Rinpoche for not bringing him a cotton scarf.
Your friend knows not only our language, but also our customs.
Oh my
The crystal
goodness.
is in that room.
Don't kill him! Don't kill him. Did he get a rock? Do you have a rock? A rock? Oh, okay.
Get out of the way.
Don't kill him. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh. What's happening? What's happening?
What are we going to do? Be quiet.
Stand back, you!
Keep our land.
Get him out of the way!
Oh, there you go. There you go, Tommy.
Kill him!
No! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm getting stressed out about everybody in this story. Okay.
So you see, the crystal was even more important than I thought.
Then perhaps they should have it.
No, sir, never. Once they get a hold of that crystal, nothing can stop them taking over the earth.
I thought something was up with Sarah Jane. She was looking like a little confused. Oh!
Tommy brought it to me.
Thank heavens it's safe.
Give it to me.
Sarah, what's the matter with you?
She's
Give me the crystal. I must have it. I must.
Oh, damn!
See through my eyes.
Good grief.
We're doing this whole scene again.
Land.
We're doing this whole scene
Come on
again.
down,
Well,
Tommy.
okay.
You are free. You don't have to be dominated. Look into your mind and see that you are free.
Look at the crystal. Look at it. Look deep into its blue light.
No, no, I will not.
Oh, Sarah.
Help me. shall die. I'm frightened.
Concentrate, Sarah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, damn. It's a... Tommy, at this point, I feel like you can knock them out from behind. I'm just saying. Might be a strategy.
Sorry,
Not all spiders sit on the back.
I don't understand. You're not saying they've taken over the doctor, are you?
No, he's talking about my greed.
Greed? You?
Yes, my greed for knowledge. He's saying that all this is basically my fault.
Oh.
If I hadn't taken the crystal in the first place,
Damn.
I know who you are now.
You were always a little slow in the uptake, my boy.
It's been a long, long time. Yes, he was my teacher. My guru, if you like.
What?
In another time, another place.
Another life.
Oh, no.
What?
Don't tell me you're a Time Lord, too.
I am. But the discipline they serve was not for me. To borrow a TARDIS was a little naughty, to say the least.
Yes, well, I had to get away. I hadn't your power.
I regenerated and came to Earth, to Tibet.
Regenerated?
Yes, when a Time Lord's body wears out, he regenerates, becomes new.
That is why we can live such a long time.
I see.
Choji is a projection of my own self.
Well, at least somebody's helping Yates. Seriously, Tommy. Clock him in the head.
Do you know what you have to do? I think you do, my son.
Is there no other way?
None.
What are you going to do?
Take the crystal to the Great One.
But you told me that if you went back there, the Cave of Crystal would destroy you.
Nevertheless, I have to go.
Okay.
Enough.
Oh, I don't know whether I should be worried. Okay.
Now! No!
Oh my god! Oh my god. Now he's knocked out again. Oh jeez.
Come on!
Is Yates okay? Go, 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 go. Well, I don't know if I want you to go. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how I feel right now. Okay.
Your attack was a success, then?
You can see for yourself, thanks to you, Doctor.
Look, I
Oh.
need your help. I want to go into the mountain, into the Cave of Crystal.
You will die.
But nevertheless, I have to go. Will you show me the way?
There's more than one way into the caves.
Okay.
Come.
I think he's dead. Not quite. Carry him to Campo Rinpoche.
I swear he's not gonna die. And what is going on with you?
So, you lied. Your attack failed.
Did you really believe these creatures could overcome the agelings?
Oh,
They have
boy.
minds as easy.
I shall return the crystal only to the Great One herself. I would dare.
Of course this guy would.
Stop me.
It is good that you will die.
Can we talk about this dying thing? Can we talk? Is it? Oh fuck. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Like, well, how I should feel. Like,
You superstitious fool!
Be silent,
I will not
Shut
be silent. I bite!
His compassion protected him, just as Tommy's innocence was his shield.
oh,
Oh, Sarah Jane.
how delightful, Mike.
We thought you'd had it.
You're you compassionate son of a bitch.
I'm afraid this old body has had it, Miss Smith.
No.
Please don't. Please don't.
What's happening?
Don't concern yourselves. I am not dying, merely regenerating.
Have you brought the crystal to me?
Well, if I had not, why should I have returned?
Very well, advance.
It's a good point. Okay.
You're trying to increase your mental powers to infinity.
Exactly.
It doesn't sound good.
I shall be the ruler of the...
I haven't got much time left. What you're trying to do is impossible. If you complete that circuit, the energy will build up and up until it cannot be contained.
Even now, the cave of crystal is destroying the cells of your body. I will grant you one last favor. Bow down before me, planets. Bow down, stars. Bow down, oh galaxies, and worship the Great One.
Oh, get out of there. Skedaddle. There you go. See you later. Wow. Doesn't look good for Team Spider, gotta say. So what I'm concerned.
Hello, Miss Smith.
Oh, hello, Brigadier. I mean, he's been gone over 3 weeks now.
That's nothing.
I'll never see him again.
Okay, but is he okay? I don't know what's going on. Maybe
Doctor!
I got lost in the time vortex. The TARDIS brought me home.
Oh, he said oh.
Oh, Doctor, why did you have to go back?
I had to face my fear. That was more important than us going on living.
Please, don't die.
A tear? Sarah Jane? No, don't cry. While there's life, there's...
He is not dead.
Oh, no. I don't think I can take much more. Oh, yes, this is the Abbot of... No, it's Choji. I mean, it looks like Choji, but it is really Campo Rinpoche.
Thank you. That makes everything quite clear.
The doctor is alive.
No, you're wrong. He's dead.
Goodbye. Look after him.
Oh my God!
Now, wait a moment.
This is happening today.
Look. I think it's starting.
Well, here we go again.
Holy shit! I don't know. Oh my God! I have a whole fucking review to do. Oh, that's not the most important thing, but I don't expect it next week because it's not happening next week. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. What do I say to that? I genuinely don't know. Oh my God. Okay. Here's... Wow, we are getting our first, like, look into me being, I would say for the most part, a good portion of the part, caught off guard by a regeneration. Probably the first one since 11. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second. I guess I'm going to talk about it, especially this last episode. This last episode I felt like had just a very, very different vibe than it felt a little bit like a final episode than like the rest of the story. I would say this, and I know this is a weird thing to say. This story I would say up until the last episode, didn't feel like a final story for a doctor. If I was a betting woman, and at the beginning of this story, I thought I had I thought I had like one more season with 3 or something. I think because somewhere in my brain I like thought maybe he would have more time with Sarah Jane. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. But once I stopped keeping track of it, stuff, I don't know. And so funny when you think of like the beginning of this story, I guess, to possibly contradict slightly of what I just said, but, we had even an appearance like the crystal with, and the mention of Joe, and Unit was back, and, stuff like that, which all were kind of big parts of the Third Doctor era. Even maybe like the extra long chase scene kind of seems appropriate for the Third Doctor than any other Doctor that at least I've witnessed thus far, because he had the cars, and and he was a little bit more actiony than a lot of the other Doctors, in my opinion. Guys, I'm floored. I didn't even think about that this would be what I was reacting to today. Like, I'm not even wearing an appropriate outfit. Not that, listen, because I tried, for the past 2 to wear like, either black and white or something like that, because they were in black and white. Anyway, but, Okay, to finish my thoughts of what I'm saying, I'm really kind of floored by this. And I will say about a little bit, so the beginning of this story, I definitely, it doesn't seem very like a final story, just because it's kind of, but what really is a final story for a Doctor, genuinely? I mean, I don't know. I guess the Second Doctor had quite an epic tale, a long one, right? Kind of leading up to it, and I was prepping for it. I don't know which way I prefer. I don't know which way you prefer. We'll get into that as well. But, it felt as sudden as it was, and like horrific. The Second Doctor had good, rough times for the Regeneration. You know what I mean? But with all of the, I don't know, it just, for some reason, that there's not really a criteria for a final Doctor story, but I just, it was not really in my mind. And that is until this episode. In this episode, the beginning of it was okay. And kind of felt like the beginning of a final part of a story. But as soon as we meet the other Time Lord, and we're explaining what a regeneration is, that was the first kind of notch in my head. Kind of going off of like, oh, okay. It would make sense that they would possibly put that in a story where he does regenerate. And then I think when they were talking about the Doctor's greed for knowledge, it just seemed like a very self-aware character moment. And I'm not saying that other stories can't have that, but it felt, those things combined, like, had my back up a little bit. I was like, okay. And then when it was very sort of grim and vague of, what you must do, and, them saying that he needs to go back and he wouldn't survive. And I mean, from that point on until the end of the episode, I think the majority of my thought process and my reacting, and the thing that like sucks sometimes, when you are reacting or you know, well, no, reacting, like sometimes you want to say what your thought process is at the moment, but at the same time, I don't want to talk over anything. And I know that there is a little bit of an art to it, and I believe that I'm decent at it. Every so often it happens. Listen, I watch a lot of shows, and I've watched, specifically, with Doctor Who, I've watched a lot of Doctor Who. There is a possibility that at some point in all of these videos, I talked over an important line or an important moment because I was getting my thoughts out and I didn't get them out quick enough, or, whatever. That's going to happen when things are like genuine reactions. And I just kind of kept as silent as I could because I was going crazy in my head going, is this his last episode? Is it? Because there were clues that it was, and obviously, here's the thing, like, it wouldn't be the first time that the Doctor would go on a mission that he's not supposed to come back from, but he makes it, so I still had a doubt, like, he may not, like, it may not be that, but it was in my mind, and I was kind of going back and forth of, like, is he not? Is he okay? Is he not? What's going on, right? I genuinely, I did not think it was this one going into it, but throughout the episode, it just seemed kind of clear that might be where we were going. And, oh my God. Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry. But yeah, watching this entire episode, I was kind of just like debating it in my mind, but I didn't really, say anything out loud, because if on the off chance it was his last episode, I didn't really want to talk over, anything important. And it was emotional, like, I felt like I was so caught off guard, and when the last scene started and it was Sarah Jane there and the Brigadier walked in, I was like, I think that it was around when waterworks were starting, because I was like, okay. Probably the people that would or should be with 3 when he regenerates. And the beauty of the 3rd Doctor and the Brigadier's friendship, I do like very much that they had him there for regeneration and in his final moments. It's also like good that he got to see it this time, because obviously, the Doctor just showed up with a new face the first time, and now he actually sees what the process is like. I don't know how much unit is going to be prevalent within like the 4th Doctor. I'm going into the 4th Doctor era. I don't, guys. I'm sorry, this is shitty post-episode thoughts, because I'm fairly speechless right now. But, oh my goodness, I just didn't even think that I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. And I don't know what I prefer. And I'm going to do whatever you guys prefer, obviously, because you guys are what's important. and your viewing experience of these reactions are what's important. And for the longest time, you guys wanted me to be surprised. I believe the majority of you, or at least the majority of you that are vocal about it, want me to be surprised when these come around. And that's, you know, and you know what? Even 11, because 11, I was kind of surprised, right? Obviously, that was I was surprised, right? But I even knew his time was like limited, but I thought he had more time. It was one of those sorts of situations, because like in the 50th, we saw like 12, that close-up shot, you know what I mean? And, so I was still like appreciating every moment. Also, 11 is my favorite Doctor, so I was appreciating every moment I got, right? Whereas this story, the thing that I don't love about it, being so shocked and surprised about a regeneration, is that I don't go into the story saying, this is the last story. Let me appreciate everything that 3 has brought to the table, and let me, you know, just soak up every ounce of the 3rd Doctor that I have left. You know what I mean? Kind of go in with that attitude. Particularly with like 12's last story, 1's last story, 2's last story, and it will be the same for 13, because I know that, you know, that her last story is her last story. It's interesting. It's interesting. The shock factor, I think, does make for great reactions. It definitely does. So I do know why you guys want that. You know, I know why you guys want that shock factor, to not know that they're going to regenerate or whatever. But I think just because of the fact that it felt so sudden to me, and I thought I didn't think I had a ton more time with 3. Let me be clear, but I thought I had a little bit more time with 3. Interesting. Oh my God. I don't know. It's just crazy. Okay, so I just want to talk. I want to talk about the 3rd Doctor. I have to. Obviously, I'm going to have a review at some point. Guys, I didn't think I was going to have to do it yet. So you're gonna, you know, typically it's, you know, I finish up the Doctor, or the regeneration happens, right? The time with that Doctor. And then the next week, I have the review ready, or at some point, right? Very soon after the fact. It's probably not gonna happen right here, because my channel work's about to ramp up, and I'm not gonna have time to, and I want to put like effort into it. I'm not gonna rush it and just get it out for you guys. But look out for that at some point. I don't know when, because I'm gonna have to sit down and really sort through some stuff. I do work on the reviews a bit, you know, as I go along, but you know, I'm nowhere near prepared. Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. What a lovely time. I feel like I'm going to really think fondly of the 3rd Doctor era, and, you know, I actually love the fact, and I think for a while I didn't know how I felt about the fact that he was on Earth for a lot of it, but I actually kind of love the fact we got like this kind of family unit but with Benton and Yates and Brigadier, and the Doctor's relationship specifically with the Brigadier, I've just absolutely enjoyed grow, and like the bumps in the road with certain stories, and where they don't really agree, but they ended up, I feel like, really knowing, they're kind of, sometimes they come into situations with differing opinions and stuff, but at the same time, I feel like especially in this the last little bit of Three's run, he definitely appreciated the Brigadier a lot more. I feel like there was a period of time where he was just giving him shit for a really, really long time. But they come to situations very differently, but they have such a great admiration, respect, and trust for each other, which is really beautiful to see. I have really enjoyed the Third Doctor. I really enjoyed his time with Joe. I want to say specifically, obviously I'm going to go into everybody, you know, Liz and like everything in the review. I think he softened a little bit with Joe. I think before he's a little bit of a, I don't know the right word. I'll probably figure it out for the review, but I felt like he was able to kind of soften a little bit with his care for Joe, and then also, you know, his ability to sort of joke around with the family of Unit. I like when the Doctor can make kind of, in my opinion, some really healthy relationships with people that doesn't necessarily end in horrible tragedy or anything like that. You know, the majority of the people, and he's had a couple of people that I would consider, okay, listen, I know that there's like technical rules of what is a companion, what's not a companion, or whatever. I will always think of like Benton and Yates as the companions in some way. I think like they say the rule is that if you take a trip in the TARDIS, right? That's what people say. Which I don't think Yates has done. I don't think so. But nonetheless, just somebody significant that has kind of been by his side during a lot of the stories and things like that. And with a lot of these characters, they've all been made better by knowing the Doctor, been made braver, smarter, stronger, or, you know, whatever influence the Doctor has given to them. And they're able to apply that throughout their lives, throughout their journeys. And that there's just something really just so beautiful about that with the Third Doctor. And I feel like the Third Doctor, this might be maybe just my opinion, I don't know, but he seemed to be a lot more science oriented. He always had his lab. I mean, he obviously was before, but like just more so. And it was a lot of like almost like a teacher with a lot of these people. And I just really, you know, obviously it was really heartbreaking to see like Joe go off and everything like that. But I think that he's really made people around him a lot better in his own way. Maybe in a little bit of a tough love sort of way, you know, because he would rag him. I mean, especially the Brigadier, man, he would like really give him shit all the time. I like his snarkiness. I adore how he just kicks the shit out of people. Okay, listen, I get it. I know. There's a lot of this, there's a lot of like, the Doctor doesn't use violence, but 3 kicks the shit out of people. He does. He loves tossing those fuckers on the ground in like no time. Like he does not have time. There's a lot of other Doctors that do not resort to violence, and they fight more with their words. Beautiful speeches are given. Listen, I'm not knocking it. But sometimes you just have to kick the shit out of somebody. You know what I mean? Okay, but anyway, I absolutely love the vibe. He was definitely like the action-y doctor, like the fights and the car chase. Okay, listen, in this story, that car chase was so long. It was so long. It kind of makes sense now that they did like one final really long kind of chase scene. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. And by the way, I'm not really talking too much about the story. I thought it was fine, but obviously my focus went completely, you know, off course when I had an inkling that this was the Regeneration story, and then for it to happen, I was gonna feel like a fucking dumbass though, because I was like, yeah, okay, he's regenerating. I don't know. It was just the moment where you see Sarah Jane there, and you see the Brigadier there, and you see them together, and you know, 3 is coming out of the TARDIS not looking the best and collapsing, and it seems like these are his final words, and you know, I'm crying. You know, it's too emotional, right? And then I think like. I did have a moment where I thought to myself, I'm like, if this is a fake out, I'm gonna feel like a dumbass, like out here like crying my eyes out. But that's the fun part of not knowing. There's a certain stake. I've had a couple of like the stakes are a little bit higher in the sense of I've had a couple of moments in previous stories where the Doctor was in dire situations and I was like, you're not, like, you're good, right? You're not going to regenerate, right? Okay, cool. Just check it. You know, like that kind of vibe. So I want to say, I totally understand why the majority of people want me to be surprised. They don't want me to know that it's coming. I understand that, and not knowing sometimes titles is good. We learned that with the 3 Doctors and everything like that. But, you know, I wish I went, there is a part of me that wish I went into this like knowing that it was his last story, because I feel like I just kind of got like sucker punched at the end, and now I'm just trying to sort everything out in my head, and it's crazy. It's so crazy. I gotta get to work on a review. And now we're getting into the 4th Doctor, and that's really amazing. I can't wait. I know that he is generally regarded as the best classic Doctor. He will have to dethrone 1 for me, and he's got his work cut out for him. Okay? Okay? I'm not saying he's not going to rise to the challenge. I am saying I love 1 a lot. But I do know that he has quite a reputation. I know that 3 has a very, very good reputation as well, as one of the favorites. And he's definitely has his own style. You know, I feel like when we're watching the 3rd Doctor's era, it is completely different than what we had with the 1st and the 2nd, in a lot of ways. And I'm just so, like, I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm just so completely, I don't know how I feel. I feel weird. I feel like I just got hit in the face with a regeneration. I guess I did, but like, it's a lot for me to process right now. So the clock is striking 4. I actually just looked at the clock, and it is literally 4 right now. So the clock is striking 4, and we're gonna move on. But we're gonna return. I have a review coming at some point. I'm not giving you guys a date. I've got a lot of shows premiering soon. I do not, I have a lot to do, but at some point we are going to have a review and revisit the whole 3rd Doctor era and the stories. I think I know my favorite. But I'm gonna go through it all again. That's what I do with the reviews, and write down everything about these stories that I really, really loved. I think I know which one will take the top spot, but who knows? Maybe I'm forgetting one. Yeah. And just to say this, I am very glad that Mike got a little bit of a redemption arc in the story. That made me happy. I think I talked about that in the first two parts of this reaction, because he was quite possibly my favorite character of the Third Doctor era. So that made me happy. And the next time I sit down to watch Classic Who, I'm going to be watching the first Fourth Doctor story. That is absolutely crazy to me. I mean, it's been years. It still will be years. I do believe, what I will say that I do know is that the Fourth Doctor, I know that he has a long run as the Doctor, so I think I'll be watching him for a while. But I mean, I got caught off guard here, so what do I fucking know? Obviously nothing. Obviously nothing. All right. I think that's it. 3, you were amazing. I don't know who I'm saying that to. I'm talking to the fictional character Void right now. 3, you were amazing. I really, really loved this whole journey. Especially the dynamic with the Master, of course. That's going to be a big part of my review as well. I'm just so excited. I gotta get to writing, guys. I gotta fucking get to writing. Oh, Lord. Okay. I think that's it. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.